Although it was pretty awesome to see the Backstreet Boys reunited, it was even more jarring seeing Hermione Granger make an appearance.
I hid in a drain pipe for days, like 3 or 4, I didn't even know how many. And then I stopped hearing people, and I started hearing growling.
Out there.
Around every turn, or featured horrifying imagery of the week. But the show also did some episodes that were just flat out hysterical. One of the sci-fi drama's funniest is Jose Chum from Outer Space. In the episode, the title author interviews Agent Scully about a strange sequence of events she and Mulder investigated, with contradictory accounts and bizarre happenings.
It definitely was peculiar.
Surely your partner didn't believe that.
Well, Mulder said his share of peculiar emotions. He's not inclined to dismiss anything outright.
Through it all, there are several appearances by the mysterious men in black, who appear to be deliberately confusing during their encounters to make witnesses sound crazy.
You're very sleepy. Very relaxed.
This is driven home when one of the men reveals himself to be Alex Trebek, or at least played by him, apparently hypnotizing Mulder. We'll see great cameos for $500. Number 13. Every vampire ever. What we do in the shadows. Okay, so maybe every is a bit of an exaggeration, but it's still a lot. When the gang of vampire roommates that this mockumentary series focuses on...
Some vampires do.
...member of their undead race...
Serious.
The serious ones.
Well, greetings of the night.
Are they talking about the TV show?
Yeah.
Of the Vampiric Council.
What follows is a cavalcade of celebrities...
We've only watched, I think, the first episode?
Yeah, we only watched the pilot. We didn't finish.
Sorry, the movie hooked me in.
Yeah, the TV show's not as funny in my opinion.
Well, I haven't fully given it a chance yet. The movie's just amazing.
Not only do Taika Waititi...
The whole, what was it, the dishes scene? You do the dishes.
Also Danny Trejo, Evan Rachel Wood, Paul Rubin, Dave Bautista, Wesley Snipes, and Tilda Swinton.
Batista?
They had Paul Rubin, because, you know, he was a vampire.
Oh yeah.
Number 12, Stan Lee. Heroes. Stan Lee was the man to call when it came to superhero cameos. So while the famous comic writer popped up in movies, he also appeared in a few TV shows. One such case occurred in an episode of Heroes. In this case, Hiro Nakamura is splitting up with his friend Ando and steps up to his bus where he's greeted by practically destroys the fourth wall.
This is worse than the first one.
We just show these movies, madam. We don't make them.
At one point, the mischievous gremlins actually take over the production booth, stalling the film. But don't worry, folks. Hulk Hogan is in the audience. In true macho fashion, the professional wrestler threatens to get physical if the little miscreants above don't resume playing Gremlins 2.
Okay, guys, listen up. People pay good money to see this movie. When they go out to a theater, they want cold sodas, hot popcorn, and no monsters in the projection booth.
It turns out the Gremlins actually have two weaknesses, sunlight and the Hulkster. Hilarious and surreal, this scene makes us wish every movie theater had Hulk Hogan on standby.
Sorry, folks. It won't happen again.
Number 13, Robert Patrick, Wayne's World.
I just missed him. He was here like 15 minutes ago. I think he said he was going to the Galleria, right? Yeah.
The Galleria?
Terminator 2 Judgment Day took the world by storm in 1991, prompting Robert Patrick to revive the character for a brief cameo in Mike Myers' Wayne's World. Dressed up in his now iconic Beatcock uniform, the T-1000 pulls over Wayne to ask whether he recently saw John Connor running around.
Yes, officer. Is there something wrong? Have you seen this boy?
Myers reacts exactly how anyone would in this situation. He screams and hightails it out of there. By the way, the T-1000 was actually meant to be portrayed by Billy Idol before he was ruled out due to an unfortunate motorcycle accident. Number 12, Michael Jackson, Men in Black 2.
How'd it go?
So long to God and the treaty is signed.
Good work.
During the later years of his life, Michael Jackson was the target of numerous deaths. with everyone making fun of his physical appearance and questionable behavior. If this cameo from Men in Black includes anything, however, it's that Jackson could laugh at himself. Conversing via video phone, Jackson is revealed to be an ally of Zed and possibly an alien.
Still working on the Alien Affirmative Action Program. I'll keep you posted.
Wait a minute, that's not what you sounded.
You're breaking up.
Zed?
Can't hear you.
Hello?
I'll call you back.
Jackson wants nothing more than to be an official MIB agent, although Zed isn't too keen on the idea. Michael sadly never becomes Agent M, but he'll always be the king of pop.
Zed? Hello?